Assalamualaikum everyone and welcome to my channel of Beneficence, and thank you so much for stopping by and giving me some time. So today's topic is boundaries. Aapki hudud, your limits, the limits that you allow others to stay or to cross. How to set healthier boundaries. How to stop doing things out of obligation and guilt. यानी कोई भी काम मजबूरी में करना जबकि वो काम आप करना ही नहीं चाहते. How to stop being a people pleaser. Do you often find people being disrespectful to you and they just trample over you most of the time? Or maybe you are not free to be yourself when you are around them? कुछ लोग आपकी परवाह किए बगैर अपनी मर्जी चलाते हो आपके ऊपर और आपकी ख्वाहिश का बिल्कुल भी एहतराम करते ना हो. हाँ, ये भी पॉसिबल है कि बाय नेचर ये लोग डिसरिस्पेक्टफुल हों, लेकिन ये भी पॉसिबल हो सकता है कि आप उनको इजाज़त दे रहे हों कि वो ऐसा करें. समटाइम्स वी लैक हेल्दी स्ट्रॉन्ग बाउंड्रीज, और ये ओपन इन्विटेशन होता है ऐसे लोगों के लिए टू ट्रीट you with lack of respect. Boundaries are limits that we set that determine how people should treat us and how should they behave when they are around us. अगर हमारी कोई बाउंड्रीज नहीं होंगी तो हम दूसरों के रहमो करम पे होंगे और ज़्यादातर वक्त हमारा वो काम करने में गुजरेगा जो हम करना ही नहीं चाहते, क्योंकि हम दूसरों की मर्जी से काम कर रहे होंगे. हम ना चाहते हुए भी ऐसे लोगों का निशाना बन जाएंगे जो बाय नेचर बहुत ज़्यादा डिमांडिंग, कंट्रोलिंग और पुशी होते हैं. जब बाउंड्रीज क्लियर नहीं होती तो हम अक्सर अपनी ज़िंदगी से आजिज़ रहते हैं और गुस्से में भी रहते हैं. उसकी वजह ये है कि चीज़ें हमारी मर्ज़ी के बरक्स हो रही होती हैं और हम ये फील करते हैं कि जैसे वी डोंट रियली मैटर एज अ पर्सन. वाई? बिकॉज हमारी मर्ज़ी के मुताबिक चीज़ें नहीं हो रही होती. We are all valuable as people, and because of our great value we have a responsibility. Responsibility is to set the limit. We set ourselves around what we will and what we will not tolerate, what is okay and what is not okay, what is acceptable and what is not acceptable. So people cross those limits and cross those lines, they get hurt. Why? Because they don't express their boundaries clearly. हम में से बहुत से लोग ऐसे हैं जिन्होंने कभी clearly define ही नहीं किया होगा कि what their boundaries are. So they end up losing or hurting themselves. Just try to remember one thing. Have you ever tried to sacrifice yourself to make other person happy, or try to do something that you really don't want to do but you're doing it just for the other people? I'm sure many times, because मैंने भी ये बहुत दफ़ा किया है. This is for those of us who are people pleasers, peacekeepers, who are afraid of conflict and who do not want to upset anyone. We spend a lot of time and energy managing the perception of others and taking responsibility, more responsibility than that actually is. We need to understand how much responsibility we should take and how much responsibility we have to take. So we forget ourselves in order to make sure that whether other people are okay, and not checking in with ourselves that whether we are okay or not. We need to take back our power and our control, and we need to have the control of how we are going to spend our time. We need to protect ourselves. We need to protect our energy. Stop depleting yourself and give yourself what you need, because you have to take care of yourself. For that, first thing you must know is self-awareness. You need to know where your boundaries are. In every situation, know what you want. Know what your preference is. Be very clear what your needs are. If you don't decide it for yourself, people are going to decide it for you, and they are not going to consider your desire. So you need to communicate and express what you want and how you want it and what are your limits. Because if you never express it, people will not know. Express with honestly, with your honest thoughts. Be genuine, authentic. Even if it's uncomfortable, even if you are scared that other person might get upset, Express it directly, authentically, in a kind way. Be assertive. You don't have to be mean or you don't have to be rude. People, if they care, they will definitely understand. And if they don't, then definitely there's some issue with them. That is not your problem. Many people are good people and they understand if you're not comfortable with them being very over frank with you. Learn to use these polite phrases as, I wish you could ask next time before borrowing my dress. Or, I would like to order for myself. I want to eat what I want. Or, I would be grateful next time if you make a call before you visit us. These very kind, polite phrases. People who don't respect your boundaries are not always bad people. It's just that you need to make them understand that you need your space, and they will definitely understand. So boundaries are really important to protect yourself from disrespect and abuse. Be direct and people will know what to expect. You tell people how to treat yourself. You teach them. It's okay to say no when you don't want to do something. Say it with grace. Say it with gratitude. You can say it politely. No, thank you. I will not be available today. Or no, thank you. It won't be possible for me. And so on. Healthy boundaries will allow us to have healthy relationships, to respect ourselves and get respect from others, to have power over our own life and not to be controlled by somebody else, to grow as a person with our full potential. Always remember, lack of healthy boundaries bring lack of respect. And that is what today's message is all about. Thank you so much for watching. Please take good care of yourself. See you next time, inshallah, with a new topic. Have a beautiful day. Allah Hafiz.